How's it going, Libra community? Soul Tigers here with a special story for this wonderful frequency. Alrighty, so the vibe that I'm catching in this frequency this morning is you're stuck on a feeling and not knowing how to feel about it. Something is shifting within you that has you looking at things differently, from the things around you to the people in your life, Libra. Could be time to bring yourself out and stop hiding from something you really want to work towards. Oh my goodness. That's just the thing right here. And honestly, I feel like Libra energy is really overly tired with something. Maybe they're really tired of the mundane routine that they're stuck in. Maybe with the people around them. Maybe with the very things around them. I'm not sure. So let's start to unravel this story here. First thing that we're not seeing is Mercury retrograde. For some reason, you're not seeing communication. You're not seeing you have communication, or being able to have communication, or communication being allowed to happen in your mind. You're not seeing this for some reason. Something you're confused on is you need to open your heart. Need to open your heart, and you may be the one who needs to start the conversation. I'm hearing to say the truth, Libra, the truth will always set a person free. There's something here that's been keeping you up at night, and it has to do with communicating with somebody about something. Now, this can go for relationships. This could be family dynamic stuff. This could be something within your community, whether it's your work community, your home life kind of community. It could be even your friend community. Now, a couple other things we have going on, something you don't see, is give it time. Give it time. Things will flow. What this means is you don't have to rush in. Whatever it is that's happening, that's shifting within you, being able to go with the flow of things, having that communication, the higher up communication, maybe seeing both sides of this situation, Libra, being able to balance yourself out when it comes to really going within and looking at your intentions, I'm hearing to say, as well as doing something new, reforming something, bringing out your authentic self whenever you go towards this. This is really important. Maybe it has to do with the fellow air sign. I'm not sure. But definitely taking those air-like qualities. And what it could be is you are standing too close metaphorically when it comes to you viewing whatever this is that you've already built or had built an opinion about. But like I said, things are shifting. Something's changing within you about this. And so what could need to happen is taking a higher perspective from it, looking at the grand design, the bigger picture of things that are happening, maybe that you want to happen. I'm not sure, but it does definitely start with opening your heart up and moving forward through communication. And even if something is not happening right away, give it time, and don't look at it from such a close view. Take that bigger view on this. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be fun here. So ancestors, spirit guides, what is it that needs to come out for this present? All right, let's see. Oh my goodness gracious. It could very well have to do with another. There's a lot going on here. A lot that you want to see happen, but I feel like a lot isn't happening. Maybe a lot has happened to you, which could make you very skeptical, I'm hearing to say. Very, very skeptical. And maybe that's the view that you're taking, is maybe you're too much looking into what has happened in the past, and you're not creating a more positive, optimistic kind of view. And I get that with this Wheel of Fortune buried underneath this. So let's start from left to right. Communicating, opening up your heart. Another thing with communication when it comes to Gemini energy, Gemini is all about Mercury energy. So this isn't just an outward communication with somebody else, something else. This is also an inward communication with yourself, going through the light and the dark of things, maybe to help process, to get you done with whatever it is that you keep overlooking on, or you keep what is it you keep using as a block, because I'm seeing a brick wall right now. Whatever this is that you really hold on to and you really, really look at really close is the very thing that's blocking you to whatever it is. And whatever it is has to do with an ideal outcome. Your 10 of Pentacles. Your 10 of Pentacles doesn't just include your self-success. This 10 of Pentacles includes having success with yourself and with others. Others. But first, we have to create movement to getting out of being stuck. And it has to do with how you're communicating with yourself and over a past relationship with the Six of Cups. Maybe a past partnership. Whatever this past is, it's definitely the thing that's left you out in the cold and has left a blindfold on you. Like I said, when it comes to looking at the optimism of things right here. There's something here also when it comes to your community. Sometimes we are afraid to go off and do new things because we're afraid of how people will look at us. We're afraid of the people that we will upset when we say enough is enough and I need to do something for me. That is something that I feel like is also something that you really hold a close view towards. Give it time. When it comes to these others, give it time, give it time. The ones who truly care, Libra, will be there no matter what. And it may take them a little bit to understand, but they'll eventually understand. Let's keep going. What else? Five of Pentacles. There's something you're really, really putting off. You've been putting off a lot, investing in it. Whatever it is, you're very passionate about it. And for some reason, you've ran across this and it's like, it's left a little light on in your internal home where you've kind of turned out the lights and you're residing in the dark of things. Whatever this is that has you changing your feelings about things has left some kind of light within your home, that inner home. You're seeing things a little bit differently. Maybe the feelings that you're having are more warming kind of feelings, more passionate kind of feelings that are coming to light again. And that's something that could be very, very scary. But it makes you want to look at things with another differently. Maybe even try something new. Whatever it is, whatever this light did for you, it's definitely made you change how you're viewing things, in a sense. in a sense, because you still go back to that close-up view. I think that close-up view is like kind of like your security blanket here, even though we don't have any Capricorn cards coming out. And with the Capricorn, we would see the World card or the Devil card. But there's something here that you keep holding on to. Let's see what it has to do with maybe an Emperor over dominating, trying to control everything, to keep everything in balance, but also to keep the chaos away. That's what it is. So far from what I can see, even though we're not in the block, is you fear being unbalanced again. You fear maybe something coming in your life and over dominating you again and bringing nothing but chaos. Chaos that's really, really hard to handle because it comes from every direction. Does this sound like a past experience for you, Libra, whether it comes to work life, home life, some kind of community life? And is this something that has left such a stain on the energy of wanting to partner up with somebody else? I think so. I think this is what it is right here. And I think this is something that like I said, you've been in the dark with, but it's time to transcend. It's time to go to a higher view. We've seen the darkness. We see how we feel after the events of whatever happened in the past has made you feel up until this point. But we also see that you want to protect yourself. There's nothing wrong with protecting yourself, Libra. But the thing is, there's a difference between protecting and then blocking. And right now, I can see you are protecting, but you're doing more blocking than anything. Because think about it, Libra. Would you let yourself be a sucker again? Would you let yourself be a sucker again? Then the next question I would ask is, didn't you learn anything from the last relationship, partnership that you were in? Think about it. Think about how you're hard on yourself for ignoring certain signs. Would you ignore those signs again? If you wouldn't ignore those signs again, then how come you can't have confidence that you've learned and that you would do things differently? Ooh, my goodness. I like this story a lot because this happens to a lot of us, Libra. Don't feel like you're out on your own with it. Honestly, a lot of people will block themselves off from certain energies, certain opportunities, in fear of a past mistake, a past situation repeating itself. The only way it can repeat itself is if you allow it, by ignoring the signs, by not learning anything from the past. So let's go ahead and call in our angels of protection. What is it that needs to come out for the Libra frequency? So I have my Lonely Dreamer Tarot deck here because there is something that you just totally feel out on your own about. Maybe this is something that you really hold inside with you and you haven't really sat in counsel with anyone else about. Maybe you feel like it's hard to talk to others about this. Maybe because it makes you feel vulnerable when you look into this past. So something here, this Emperor, you're over dominating things right now to try and protect yourself, to keep you balanced. This is all emotionally driven. This is the innocent side to you. This is the side that doesn't want to get hurt. This is the side that you are protecting. And a lot of it has to do with what has happened in the past. And look at that view right there. Look at how close this person in this card is looking at the object. Always keeping a close view on this. Not really giving yourself to see things from a different angle. And at the greatest distance that you try and keep at a distance has to deal with an energy that wasn't very nurturing. Excuse me. An energy that could have been very constrictive. An energy that could have really, in order for you to be with it, to deal with it, to be partnered with it, you couldn't really speak up for some reason. It could have been, it was really hard to communicate with whoever this is. This is something that you carry in your heart, though. And when it comes to the block, oh my goodness, this directly lands on those 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. The thing is, it's hard to change. It's hard to change the view that you have right now. It's hard to believe that something else is possible out there. It's hard to think that things could be different with something else. There's something here that you just feel like no matter where you go, you're gonna find the same thing. Well, the thing is, Libra, you're looking for it. You are looking for it. In order to stop looking for it, you have to stop focusing on it. Even the things that we run from, when we over focus on it, we still run right into it. How can you put the past down? How can you be able to unfocus from all the things that happened and start to focus on what you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to be? Because right now we have this Empress in reverse. Empress in reverse with the Ace of Swords. What is this truth here? This truth here is you don't know if you can find a good match, a balanced match, a match that will meet you and the energies that you're looking for. And if you want to get to the heart of it, you want something that is relatable. Something, you're not looking for an opposition or something totally opposite. You want something that is very, very relatable. Something, I would say, that understands you. Maybe understands your lifestyle. And maybe this was something in the past that happened, is whatever happened is they didn't understand your lifestyle. It could have been that they could have been very over controlling as well. You do get these partnerships, whether in relationships, whether in families, whether in work life, where the other person doesn't understand what you want, what you're working towards, but you still want to be partnered with them because you have those feelings for them. You have a lot of ties to the potential of things. But you have to remember, along the way, Libra, you were ignoring signs. You were ignoring the hints because you could have been blinded by the potential of things. And now you really feel like things are hard to find that are more congruent with you, that are more parallel with your energy, I want to say. And that's hard. It's a specific type of energy here. It's the feminine energy. It's a lot of issues with the feminine energy. And that doesn't just mean female gender. It's a lot of issues with accepting, with showing kindness, with being compassionate. And it doesn't have to be towards the past person itself, but it has to be towards you. Because this is something that you're really hard on yourself about. You really feel like there's nothing out there that is an ideal match in a sense. But then you're running into this unbalancedness. Now it's actually kind of cute, because there's something brewing in you, something that's changing how you feel, something that has shifted you and has left its mark by leaving a light on, even if it's just a candle in your internal home. But your biggest goal is not to be hurt again. Maybe looking at the truth of things, like I said, a little differently. What was the truth of things? Maybe the truth of things, Libra, was that person was sent into your life to teach you what you actually want in life. And this is what I tell my son. I tell my son, you have to get into relationships, partnerships. You got to have some practice ones before you find the main one, whether it comes to work, whether it comes to spouses, whether it comes to learning how you want people to treat you. You have to have some practice ones first, because if you don't have these ones that drag you through the mud, that put you through hell, how do you learn what you really want? Me almost being 40, I finally figured out what I want. Before, I didn't know what I want. I was just going for anything that looked good, whether it came to work, whether it came to trying to align with a person, whether it came to dealing with family. I didn't know. But finally, at 40, with being able to pick my head up and look at things differently, heal, I finally figured out what I want. So it does take time. So what? You're not a spring chicken. So what? This stuff takes time for us to figure out. And what I'm hearing to say is life will throw a wild card at you. And I think that's what happened. It threw a wild card at you that you were never expecting. And this is why a light has been left on in the darkness that you've been wandering. Oh my goodness gracious. This is really neat. Oh my gosh. Was not expecting this. Thank you, Libra Frequency, for sharing your energy with me. Let's call in divine and universal energy. Please come in and help us with these positive messages here. Here, and one more. Oh, a few more. There you go. All right. So everything is stacked up right here in this center. This is your block. This is your block. But this is also you needing to take a higher view on things. You needing to give things time as well as you start to progress. Time doesn't need anything. Time just goes by. And what I'm hearing to say is there is no expiration date here, Libra. As long as you keep going, as long as you keep working, and as long as you keep evolving, you are always right on time. Even if you don't, even if you get stuck, you are still right on time. Happiness might not consist of just some few things. That is something that you gotta go within. Like I said, things are changing. There's something here that's shifting within you. And it could make you feel like something's missing. Something missing, even though you've gathered so much around you. I'm telling you, whoever left this light on within you has drawn your curiosity. Give yourself time to smile. I know we want to be hard on our past selves. We want to be hard on our present selves for what's happened in the past. But the past is the past, and like Rafiki said off of The Lion King, there's nothing you can do about it. But what you can do is learn. You can grow. And you can realize that even in the mistakes of the past, whatever it was, you were human. That was a different phase in your life, and you were just doing what you knew to do back then. Don't forget, you're not walking alone. Oh my goodness gracious. What I'm hearing to say is the reason why these feelings have been shifting is you've been given signs. There's a lot that's been happening that's been tugging at you. Maybe things when you turn around, it's almost like you weren't expecting it, so you have to take a second glance to something. But there are signs that are being sent to you from your guides. I really feel like that's your guiding energy backing you up. The best morning alarm is a ray of sunshine. Get up with the day, Libra, to celebrate that you have an opportunity again, to try again, to do the work that you're wanting to do. You have another opportunity to open your heart, to create this communication. Even though you aren't going any way today, let your heart wander around sometimes. This is the first time I've seen this. What is it you really want at the heart of things? What is it? Let's bring light to that. And let's not be hard on ourselves for harboring about this, for wondering about this. Let's just be open to it and sit with it and explore it. Love is so short. Keep good memories forever and ever. You know, we can always focus on the bad times we've had in the past, which help villainize us. But you know what? You can go back to that past and you can see what it was that was good about it, how you showed up in different ways, and how you learn how you want to show up differently. You know, when we go through love, when we really love something, it is the most amazing thing in the world. But when we fall apart from it, it could be the most devastating thing in the world. But these are things that make you feel alive, whether in a good way or in a bad way. Even though whatever happened in this past situation, it put you through the ringer, it didn't work out, and it shifted your view on how you look at things, that's okay. That is okay. Because you opened yourself up in a way that left you vulnerable with something else, someone else. Even though it hurt, that vulnerability left you diving into something that was once really beautiful for you, because if it wasn't, you wouldn't have dove into it. Now, wouldn't you want to do it again? But do it differently. Be more selective. Instead of ignoring red flags, actually say something about it. Do something about it. Not be willing to compromise on somebody's red flags just to be in a partnership. A lot of times when you learn what you deserve, You don't put up with others who fall short of it. And it isn't because they're not good enough. Well, in a sense, they're not, because they haven't done the work. They haven't healed. They haven't figured out what they want. But you, Libra, you've been stuck in a place protecting yourself because you knew, or you do know at the core of things, you don't want stuff to hurt you again. But there's a side of you that wants to experience it. Let's take that bigger view, Libra. Let's open up the heart right here, right now. And maybe some kind of communication needs to happen to get things flowing. You know, time is always going to be here. And it's always going to keep on a ticking and a ticking. We don't have to rush this. Nobody's telling you to go 0 to 100 really quick. You can take this step by step by picking your head up, unblocking yourself, opening up to the light that is igniting your passions again. Holding optimism for what can happen in the future of things. But first, Libra, let's take the time to sit with ourselves and really, really fill out what it is that's shifting within us. What it is that's going to help rebalance our view when it comes to how we look at partnerships with others. How others look at us. Being able to know that no matter what has happened in the past is a mere stepping stone to get you towards the future you really want. And that future doesn't involve you staying stuck in the cold, staying stuck by yourself. That future that you really want is one of success. Not just with yourself, but with others. But first, we got to figure out those passions, those charismas. We got to figure out how you're feeling about things. And then we must move through the truth from there to be able to conquer that conflict that we have. That inner conflict that's left us in the dark, to rebalance ourselves. Libra. Just know it's okay. It is okay. Being confused in your emotions right now is okay. You know, things that don't have great timing often happen at the worst of times, or at the times where we are the most stubborn with our view. But what has happened is you put a side of you and you buried it to try and protect yourself, but that side of you still wants something. It still dreams about it. Maybe it still fantasizes about it in its imagination. What I could tell you, Libra, is you spend time on your own. And when you're on your own, whatever this is, it passes through your mind. And it makes you question things. And that's a good thing. Because again, light has been left on for you, even though you've been in the dark. What is it about this light? What is it about this very thing that is shifting things in you? How can you grow some curiosity to this opposed to fearing it? Go within, Libra. I always suggest definitely journaling. That will help. We have the new moon in Capricorn that's just happened in about, the 19th of this month. So the reason why you're being confronted with this so heavily is because I told you there's like a security blanket you're holding on to. And that's what Capricorn energy is. It talks about our attachments. The attachments that chain us down. Then we go into the full moon, which I believe is going to be Cancerian towards the beginning of January there. And with that one, that is talking about the foundations, but it's also talking about things that nurture us, things we want to nurture, how we give birth to great ideas. There's something here that's going to happen. You could have an idea about it, about what to do when it comes down to this communication. All I can say is take time and take a chance. Because when we take a chance, when we head to the things that we're afraid of, then we conquer it. We conquer the things that we feared about it. And say if things don't work out the way we want it to work out, then guess what? There is no more shoulda, woulda, coulda feelings anymore. There's no more dragging yourself through the mud for being upset for never doing what you wish you would have done. Because you would have done it. All right, Libra, this is going to conclude it. Now, don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as well as divine and universal energy for coming on in and helping out. And as always, I hope that you have a most wonderful rest of your day.